said, I had Sina in the studio. He is here with me. Sina, what's good?
How you
What's
doing?
going on? I'm good today. How are you?
Good.
I'm happy to have you on the show because I know we had booked your interview a month in advance.
Yes.
And you might have forgot the date. My girlfriend just bought me a planner. So it's
shout out to the girlfriend.
Yo,
Keep us in check, right?
Shout out to her, man. Because shout out to Jessica because if I don't have a date, I get confused. Or maybe I thought you were next week. It's so bad. Now that I have a planner, it's easier to keep myself organized so I can remember who's already booked and who has dates that they're probable. You never know. But anyways, let's get into you. Now, when you came into the studio...
Hold on, before we get started, I want to start off by apologizing for missing the event last month. This schedule was just really crazy, but the next one I'm
Please tell me you were out of town.
No. I was out of my county.
Okay, that works.
Okay,
all right,
cool.
That works.
Perfect.
Cool.
Then yes.
Thank you. I feel a little better
Next
now.
one I'm there. Next one
Next one you're on stage.
It's recorded. It's live. I'm there. Pencil me in. I'm there. I promise.
All right, Sina.
Okay.
So for my listeners, they don't really know much about you.
Yes.
And I think you're a great example of an indie artist just because you work so hard. So I want you to tell everybody about all the events that you've been going to, all the music you have. Just let them all know about you.
Oh, man.
Who is Sina?
Sina. First of all, the name is an acronym. It stands for Succumbing is Not Acceptable, which derived from a previous relationship. My government name is Sid, and, I used to, one ex in particular who I was young, so I had a difficult time settling down, I guess you could say. And she used to call me sincere, and she would say, you have a good heart, you just do bad things. So I just, dropped my government, put an A at the end, turned it into an acronym as far as Sina, because I kind of go left when everybody goes right. But with that, as far as getting into hip hop, that's due to my older brother. My older brother went to a place called Jamaica Ave, which is in Queens, South Jamaica, Queens. And he came home with the Keras as one of the bridges over. And when I heard that, I was I was 7, 7, 8 years old. Yeah. And just the melody alone, and from being from Queens, you're not really supposed to rock with that record. You're supposed to, you know what I'm saying? The whole MC Shan and KRS One beat. But I didn't really want to rap. I kind of wanted to do the behind the scenes things. Russell Simmons, watching Rick Rubin. So I started.
Your industry.
You
did your homework.
I tried. I tried. Listen, I do the best I can. But so I started doing that. I started Street Ruckus Entertainment back in 06, and I signed a couple acts to it. And unfortunately, the judicial system kind of got in the way of some of the artists that I was working with. Okay. And at one point in time, I didn't have a roster. So I'm sitting in the studio with my brother AJ, Irvin is his name, and he was like, yo, what are we gonna do? And I was like, I don't know, so he was like, yo, rap, you know what I mean? Because I showed him, the books that I had and when I used to write, because I always wrote, I loved it.
Were you a late night writer? I just went through this in my last interview.
What do you mean, Blossom late?
Yeah, late. No, late at night. It had to be
Oh yeah, listen, I can tell you stories. Actually, my girl could tell you stories of. I've called out of work.
Oh my God!
No,
that's intense.
I promise.
I've never done that. That's a first.
Well, I was laying in the bed. Here's the thing: if I work with a genuine producer and they give me something that I can't. Okay, shout out to Russ Wayne. Russ Wayne sent me a beat that is now called Hustler's Anthem. But when he sent me that, you know how the melody, go in your head just. So I'm laying down in bed, I'm tossing and turning. I'm like, I can't. So I got up, fired up the Mac, and I just started writing, and then the next thing you know, because I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to go to work.
Oh, okay, that's
understandable. Right, so it's midnight.
It wasn't 9 a.m. and you woke up and you're like, yeah, no, not today.
Nah, I was writing, and then I looked at the clock and I'm like, oh, snap, it's 4 o'clock. So I called, I was like, yo, I'm not going to be able to make it. And I finished writing the record. And then I called AJ, yo. So around, I got maybe a couple hours of sleep, jumped in the bed, jumped in the car, went over to the studio, and I recorded it.
There you go.
So anyways, so that's how I got into hip hop. And then when I moved down here, you know, the music was a little bit different than it was up north. So my cousin Ratchet, Brian, shout out to him. I jumped in the car one time. He used to have this old Lincoln Town car, and I jumped in the car one time, and he was playing Trick. You know that you don't know that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
With Trina.
Yo,
I heard that on. We have a morning show here on Aquarius 7 Broadcasting Network. There's a morning show, and Captain Chris Hill had played it one time, and I looked at him like, oh my god, it must be Freestyle Friday because he is in the mix right now.
Yo, when I heard that, like, my cousin put me onto a lot of stuff. He put me on the Twister. He put me on to, I mean, just a lot of.
Twister is so good.
Like, without him, I don't know. But so yeah, so I heard Trick, and I fell in love with his whole movement. And again, so just kind of fast forwarding, you know, like I said, I always wrote, and then, you know, AJ was like, yo, write, you know, write, like you have to, and I was like, you know what, you're right, I can't let my ship sink.
Yeah.
So I started putting out records, and then people started gravitating towards it, and then anything I do, you know, anybody within my circle that knows me knows I put 110% into
there
it.
you
You know what I mean? So like, when situations arose, when it was like, yo, you know, let's get it crack, I'm like, nah, I'm busy doing this right now. You know what I mean? Because now I'm in it. Once I'm in it, I'm in it. If any Jamz is like, yo, we want to work together, and I tell you yes, everything is shut down.
Yeah.
Any Jamz is priority one. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah, I love how you think.
So that's
a boss move right there.
So that's it. Like, the rest is kind of history. Like, you want me to get into like shows and stuff like that too?
Yeah. Okay. So wow, that was well. First of all, that was a great bio. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Now I want to know a little bit more about your music. So how long have you been doing, like, actually putting out music, getting in the studio, recording?
2008.
Cool.
2008 is when I put out Hustle's Anthem. That was the very first record that I put out, and I did that with oh man. He's gonna kill me right now.
He's like, I can hear you.
Yeah, he's watching right now. Like, yo, you forgot my name. Man, I'm so sorry. But anyways, I did the record.
Yeah.
And man, I'm so sorry.
It's cool.
But anyways, he performed. He actually played the record. He sent it to a local club in Stewart, and Grand Chifa.
Okay.
So shout out to you. Sorry, Grand Chifa. No, so Grand Chifa played the record in a local club. So he came to the studio a few days later. Was like, yo, I played Hustle's Anthem, and the crowd was going crazy.
Wow.
You have to perform it now. So I'm like, perform it? I'm like, what?
You were ready?
No, heck no. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, no way. So I actually went, like, snuck into the club. Not snuck in, but like, I kind of, you know, I mean, people didn't know me, but I kind of like just wanted to see how the crowd reacted to it. And so I went to the club, and he played it. And I was like, and then he grabbed the mic, and Grand Chief was like, yo, Sina's in the building right now. So they kind of forced me. Yeah. So I went up on stage, and then we actually recorded the record.
And your life wasn't the same ever
since.
It.
That was it. Like if you're ever, you know, I probably shouldn't say this, but if you're on drugs, like, just rap. Like, just, not even rap, excuse me. Just get on stage. Get on stage and feel the energy of the crowd. And that's more addicting, in my opinion, to anything in this world.
Wow, that's so powerful. You know what? I said the same thing when I was doing my dream event. When I got on that stage, it was the most powerful feeling in the world. Like, I felt like I was in total control. Like, I controlled the whole, not just the crowd. I controlled everyone. I'm talking the bar, the front. I walked in the back for no apparent reason. They were like, "We're doing construction. You can't come back here." I was like, "Oh, really?"
This is private.
Just walk back there anyways. But I definitely understand where you're coming from.
Are you an artist?
No. I'm talking about when I was. I did my event and I hosted it.
Oh,
I'm very. All right.
Okay.
I like to be like a one-man team. Like, I do like this show. Like, I host it. I do the interviews. I edit all my music. You know, I produce the show. I do everything by myself. Like, that's kind of how I like it. So when I did my event, I booked all the artists. Right. I hosted the show, and it was my event, and so I owned it. So
listen.
I'm trying to make boss moves right now, man. I have a lot of doors like opening up for me, so I'm excited to see who has the most to offer me. You know, so now it's time for people to look at me and see what I could bring to the table and say, hey, we want what you got, and we feel like you could be an asset to our team. And then I'm like, okay, winning.
Well,
what's
listen,
the salary?
Whenever you provide a platform for any artist, and I tell you this straight up and down, what's mine is yours.
Yeah.
So just giving me this platform right here, you need me, just call me. You can ask my girl. My phone rings constantly. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I make good on that. So anything that I can do, you know, yo, Sina, I'll do the best I can. You know what I mean? Just for giving me this opportunity, you got a friend for life. Real talk. So it is what it is. You know?
Friends for life.
Yeah.
All right, so tell me a little bit about this song, Sexercise, that you brought to our show today.
Sexercise. Listen, Sexercise wasn't even supposed to be a record that I was supposed to put out. You understand? I'm dead serious. Like, I was on tour with G Live with the South is the Illest tour.
Yep.
And
hey, real quick, hold up. Shout out to G Live.
Shout out to G Live.
Shout out to G Live. I feel like he messages me all the time, and I just get so caught up with my show and my stuff.
I was supposed to bring him, but
he has a lot. His direction with his indie artists is a lot different than mine. But what people don't know about him is that he is an artist himself.
Oh yeah.
He has his like band,
rock rap,
rock rap, and that's what I would want. I want the artist. You know.
Listen. I'm gonna put it out there, Wolf. I'm gonna tell the whole world. he's working on an album.
Yeah, I know he is.
He's working on.
I know he's working on something.
I've heard like 3. Actually, when I leave here, I'm actually headed over there to go.
I told him straight up. I'm like, look, you got all this stuff going on. Cool, do your thing. You've been doing it this far, but it's time for next level. And next level is not about nobody else. It's about you.
Listen, I called him. I was like, yo, I'm like, because I live 2 hours south from here. So I called him like, yo, I'm like 45 minutes away. What's good? Oh, yeah. I got you on one more. I don't wait.
Yeah.
Like anybody who knows me knows. Like that's why a lot of the venues I show up by myself. You understand what I'm saying? I don't wait. Yo, listen, this is what time I'm leaving. I'm out. You know, you said, yo, be on time.
Yeah.
Cool. You
were like seriously right on time.
Yo, I jumped off the exit. It was like 5 minutes. I had to go hit the Starbucks down the street and go get some coffee. Because I try to break the cycle of rappers being known for being late. I'm late sometimes. I'm not saying a lot of you live on air. But I try my best to be punctual. You know, and that's important. Especially if you want people to take you seriously. And you take your brand seriously.
You are true.
So, Sexercise, like I said, a majority of the places, the venues that we did on the tour was gentlemen clubs. So, shout out to Super Crankin' out there in Atlanta. I've been working with Super Crankin' for almost about a year and a half now. I heard that record, or excuse me, I heard the beat, and I was like, okay, you know what? I'll just do a record to it. You know, take it on tour with me. And the very, very last stop on the tour was PT's down in Miami, and I performed Sexercise because I would do whatever the venue was. I had 3 records that I bought on tour with me, so whenever we would go to a gentleman's club, this is what I was doing. So I did Sexercise at PT's, and I don't know if you know Showtime KOD. Shout out to Showtime. I did the record, yada yada yada. So then I get home. I actually left early because I was, you know, tours, after parties, but that was the last night of the tour, and I was done. It was a 30-day tour. I was tired, you know what I mean. So I told Wolf, I'm like, yo, I'm out. He's like, what you mean? After party, I was like, nah, I'm going home. That's it. So I went back to the hotel, slept. Woke up the next morning. I came home. My phone's ringing. I passed out. As soon as I got home, I went straight to sleep, and my phone started ringing. So I'm like, so my girl comes in, she wakes up, she's like, babe, your phone keeps ringing. So I'm like, okay. So I answer the phone like, yo. He's like, yo, what up, Sina? I was like, what's good? Who this? Showtime. Like, who? He's like, Showtime, KOD, man, PT's last night. I'm like, oh, okay, what's up? You know what I mean? So he's like, yo, turn on 88.7. I'm rocking your record, and I can hear my record in the background. Yeah. So I'm like, yo, what? So he's like, go out to the car, turn on 88. I was like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm laying down in the bed, like, because you know, like you're half sleep, you're half. Yeah. So he was like, yo. So then he was like, just okay, download the app. So my eyes are blurred. I'm downloading the app, and then he's playing it, and he actually broke the record.
Nice.
Because he like spun it like 7 times, literally back to back, and now it's like top 10 or whatever the countdown is now.
Yeah.
So then I started getting calls like, yo, this is the single. And shout out to my man Draco at All Hip Hop Everything. Remind me to give you his number before I leave. He hit me like, yo, you got a single out? And I'm like, no, this guy I have a record called Sky House, featuring the Loader, featuring Chris Black. Shout out to y'all. That was supposed to be the single, but when this happened, so I told Draco, I'm like, Draco, nah, man, this ain't the single. This is what I'm doing. He's like, well, it's out there. I'm running with it. So he made a cover. He put it on his site. You know what I mean? And he's a writer for Bigger Rankin, you know, Rap Juggernaut. He works with them. So once it got to Draco, that's it. Like, if you want anything to move, send it to Draco. And when, you know, and I've known Draco for years. Shout out to him. So yeah, when he got a hold of it and he blogged it and then put it out, that's when the DJ started calling and so yeah, so that's how Sexercise became the unofficial official single.
All right, well, there was a whole history behind it. Huh?
I was winded, thirsty or something. Sorry.
All right, so why don't you go ahead and introduce it? Let's run it for everybody so they can hear what Sexercise is all about.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, stop what you're doing. If the kids are hungry, make them wait for 3 minutes. What do we got? 3 minutes, 40 seconds?
Yes, sir.
Make them wait for 3 minutes, 40 seconds, and just listen to my new single, Sexercise, featuring That Cool. Let's get it, Indie Jam.
Girl, I just fantasize, getting all the heat, and I'm a sexercise. Your body, bang, making compromise about what you want. Girl, if you let me find what really turns you on, memorize everything on your body, bang. We're gonna sexercise, sweating all on your body, bang. Girl, let me memorize everything on your body, bang. We're gonna sexercise, sweating all on your body, bang.
All over your body, sweating all over your body. In the hotel, meet me by the lobby. Girl, I'll be playing with your body like a hobby. Hold up, I'm watching her every move, and now I got something to prove. My hand on your back, I'm pulling you back, I'm making your body go ooh. And I'm just getting started, trying to kill a girl dearly departed. He awoke now, look what you started. Girl, I'm in love with your body wholehearted. Get down, she got me on my knees. Lord, help me please. Give me the strength to give her body exactly what it needs. And I'm aiming to please. My name is Sina. I'm past the center when I enter. No beginner, baby. I'm doing pull-ups. That's her against the wall, against the floor. She asked for more. I bet you never had it like this before.
Girl, I just fantasize, getting all the heat, and I'm a sexercise. Your body, bang, making compromise about what you want. Girl, if you let me find what really turns you on, memorize everything on your body, bang. We're gonna sexercise, sweating all on your body, bang. Girl, let me memorize everything on your body, bang. We're gonna sexercise, sweating all on your body, bang.
I'm doing curls with her. Calisthenics, endurance training. I bet you won't regret it. Let me give you this protein. You can lean on it, baby, that's codeine. I said a couple of reps, she ordered the breath. I told her sit down, she catching her breath. I'm catching my breath, wiping the sweat. Stop. In the mission. Been training for this moment like I'm in the Olympics. Let me give you this pimp shit. I can stand up in it like a pulpit, or I can lie up in it like a pulpit. 9 to 5, I can work in it like I won't quit. Yeah, her body moving to the beat. Sexercise. We missionary cause I love to look her in her eyes. And I'm gripping the thighs. I'll spot you, baby. Now hit the showers and be back in about an hour,
Girl,
baby.
I just fantasize, getting all the heat, and I'm a sexercise.